the Congress, of course, continues to back Rahul Gandhi, continues to say that this is a lesson that the BJP must learn. The BJP, in turn, says that this is a result of Rahul Gandhi giving a call for open foreign intervention, but the law remains the same for one and all, including the Gandhi family. Here's how it's playing out.
Not only Foreign Minister of Germany, even in United States, this issue is being raised in the parliament. Media from all over the world, they are writing against this sentence against Rahul Gandhi. Bharatiya Janata Party should learn a lesson from this. So many leaders of BJP are raising questions against us, why they are protesting, काले कपड़े क्यों पहन रहे हैं. They should go through the statement of these leaders, world leaders.
Why is Mr. Rahul Gandhi disqualified? Because he's convicted. How did he get convicted? Because the court held him guilty of inappropriate words going back to 2019 and a complaint then. And it only confirms that India runs on laws. Now, foreign countries, when questions are asked, they must understand that after all, it's a court order that has to be complied with. It has nothing to do with the BJP or anyone else. It's due process. But the important thing is that Mr. Rahul Gandhi himself is seeking foreign interference in India's democracy. And when Mr. Digvijay Singh is coming out and putting a tweet of support and thank you, not only does it show a mindset that is desiring that there should be foreign interference in India's democracy, it also confirms that this is a strategy of the Congress party that they wish to follow.
Let's quickly go across to Siddharth joining us live with more details. Just 2 days ago, Siddharth, we heard it from a every spokesperson in the United States come out to mention that United States is very closely viewing what's happening with regards to Rahul Gandhi's disqualification and the conviction that took place in Indian courts. And now comes this statement from Germany taking note, saying that we expect standards of judicial independence will be upheld, fundamental democratic principles will apply. What this essentially means is the call given by Rahul Gandhi, perhaps, Siddharth, is being viewed by one and all across the world now.
Absolutely, Kritzveen. So Rahul Gandhi, during several of his appearances in the United Kingdom recently, had spoken about the silence of the United States as well as Europe. And it almost appears that these leaders from these countries are now responding to the state of affairs here, especially with respect to Rahul Gandhi's disqualification. This has invited a very strong response from the Indian government as well. Let's in fact look at the tweet that's been put out by the Union Minister for Law and Justice, Mr. Kiren Rijiju. He says, thank you, Rahul Gandhi, for inviting foreign powers for interference into India's internal matters. He also says, remember, the Indian judiciary cannot be influenced by foreign interference. India will not tolerate foreign influence anymore because our Prime Minister is Shri Narendra Modi ji. And this is a direct response to an earlier tweet that had been put out by one of Rahul Gandhi's close aides, Digvijay Singh himself, where Digvijay Singh actually thanked the German Foreign Ministry for the statement that it made with respect to Rahul Gandhi's conviction in the criminal defamation case, as well as his subsequent disqualification by the Lok Sabha Secretariat. So the Indian government clearly not taking this foreign interference, so to speak, very kindly.
Madhav, if we talk about the current situation, the BJP is raising questions saying that this is exactly what Rahul Gandhi wanted, and the kind of reactions that are also coming in from the Congress party leaders welcoming it. But we heard it from the Union Minister Smriti Irani also talking about framing of an appropriate response to such countries. What is the status on that?
Well, there are 2 or 3 aspects to this. The first is, of course, the obvious political battle that has broken out following, of course, Digvijay Singh, in fact, thanking the German government for that particular comment. And therefore, we've seen responses coming from various BJP leaders talking about how what Rahul Gandhi had wanted perhaps is coming true, in the sense that this is what he had commented on while on foreign soil has been the charge of the BJP, saying that he had invited the intervention of the US, of EU, and asked why they were silent when, the democratic model and large parts of the democratic model, as Rahul Gandhi had referred to in London, was in fact failing. Now, the larger question that we are also looking at is the diplomatic aspect of it, because last time round when the United States commented on this entire aspect, the Ministry of External Affairs sources had very clearly indicated that this was just standard, diplomatic language. Monitoring the situation, looking at the situation is something that is normally used in any kind of diplomatic language, and that does not mean that it is any kind of comment or in any way a value judgment on what is happening in the state of domestic affairs as far as India is concerned, or the Indian democratic processes are concerned. That's an aspect that, in fact, the Ministry of External Affairs, diplomatically speaking, has been trying to clarify very clearly as far as the statement. But this was in the context of the United States. One can expect a statement on similar lines when it comes to this particular aspect as far as Germany is concerned. But of course, we'll have to see what officially comes out as far as the government of India is concerned on this aspect. But very clearly, the BJP is saying that this is very much what Rahul Gandhi wanted and is certainly going to take this movement forward, because clearly at some level or the other, the BJP is trying to project this as, foreign powers trying to at some level try to comment or
the Congress on its part, interestingly, all throughout, Madhav has been trying to dodge the allegations. First, it came out to say that Rahul Gandhi did not quite mean to call for any sort of foreign intervention and spoke of that U-turn on part of Rahul Gandhi. In the meanwhile, comes out to say that, look, we were right. The world is watching. The world is not blind. Rajagopalan sir is also with us on the phone line. Mr. Rajagopalan, how do you view this? After United States, now Germany taking note of what's transpiring in India with regards to Rahul Gandhi's disqualification and the prior conviction.
It is an atrocious one. Germany should not poke their nose in the internal affairs of India. The Indian High Commissioner, Indian Ambassador, Mr. P. Harish in Germany will take note of it and convey the government's, displeasure to the German government. Apart from that, my understanding is 250 times Mr. Rahul Gandhi has gone to foreign countries. And moreover, Upasana, Tapasya, these are all certain dramatic issues, but what was his intentions? He built up a narration that Narendra Modi is being, he has to leave, he will leave, he is losing. This type of narrative he was cultivating in 250 countries. Therefore, it is a Congress toolkit. It is also Cambridge Analytica's toolkit. That is why Congress is implementing it. Don't you know that Mani Shankar went to Pakistan and said that we must remove Narendra Modi with Pakistan self? So therefore, the entire congressman cannot digest and see Mr. Narendra Modi in the Prime Minister's chair. Even in sitting in the Lok Sabha, Mr. Rahul Gandhi always never shown any enthusiasm or joyful or smiling.
Because is this in a way pressure tactics? Because Rajagopalan ji, we also heard it from the Prime Minister just 2 days back when he's been talking about and pointing about Bhrashtachari Bachao Andolan as far as the so-called opposition unity, and saying that there has been a concerted effort to malign the image of India from foreign soil, or whether there seems to be people within the country as well who have been doing the same. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us here on the broadcast. But there is another angle to which we are talking about as far as Rahul Gandhi's disqualification is concerned. Because the former chief of the Indian Premier League, Lalit Modi, who is currently in London, is now threatened to sue Rahul Gandhi. He says, and I quote, that I've decided to take Rahul to court in the UK right away, as his associates keep saying that I'm a fugitive of justice. When was I ever convicted, unlike Rahul Gandhi? And they're either ill-informed or just vendetta-prone. Let us not fool the people of India who the real crooks are. So that is a statement that has come out of Lalit Modi. But the latest that has also triggered a war of words, with the Union Law Minister also hitting out, saying that India will not tolerate any interference, while Congress leader Digvijay Singh seems to be welcoming the statement that came out from the German Foreign Ministry. That is the tweet that has just been put up by Siddharth. If you can just take us through what the Union Law Minister had to say on part of the response coming in from Digvijay Singh's tweet.
First, go through the Digvijay Singh tweet that has invited such a strong response, Amita. So this is what Digvijay Singh had put out earlier today. Thank you, German Foreign Affairs Ministry and Richard Walker, for taking note of how the democracy in India is being compromised through the persecution of Mr. Rahul Gandhi. So that was a tweet that was originally put out by Digvijay Singh in response to what the German Foreign Ministry spokesperson had to say. And we'll in fact just go through what Amit Malviya, as well as others, among Kiren Rijiju. This is what the Union Minister for Law and Justice, Mr. Rijiju, had to say. He said that thank you, Rahul Gandhi, in a sarcastic manner, of course, for inviting foreign powers for interference in India's internal matters. Remember, the Indian judiciary cannot be influenced by foreign interference. India will not tolerate foreign influence anymore, because our Prime Minister is Shri Narendra Modi ji. So clear message being sent out to the Congress, and also a reminder of the kind of comments that Rahul Gandhi made in the UK, asking US as well as Europe to respond to the situation that he believes prevails in India.
All right, let's also quickly bring in Rishabh into the conversation. Rishabh, we've seen the kind of hard-hitting statements that have come in on part of the BJP reacting to not just what Rahul Gandhi said while he was in United Kingdom, but what the result of the same has been in terms of actual interference now coming in on part of the United States and now the country Germany.
Definitely, if you see this whole statement by United States on Tuesday and Germany today has created a war of words, and Siddharth was also pointing out that be it Lord Minister Kiran Rijiju or be it Amit Malviya, the IT cell chief of BJP, they have hit out at Digvijay Singh, and there have been statements coming in from different BJP leaders as well. We have seen the BJP international cell head as well. So the way this whole statement coming in from Germany that they are monitoring and they believe that everything is as per the judicial process has triggered a war of words between both the parties, while Digvijay Singh has welcomed the German Foreign Office statement and have also thanked the journalist for asking that question. In India, the ruling dispensation is saying that this is what Rahul Gandhi wanted to do when he spoke against India or spoke about the quote-unquote depleting democratic values in India in London at different forums.
Right, but at this point, stay on with us, Rishabh. This has led to a development as it seems with Rahul Gandhi's disqualification has inadvertently led to unity amongst the opposition parties as well. Let's listen into more reactions coming in from the left this time. As far as we break down the story, is the CPI now seems to be wading into the row, even when it comes to reactions that came in from the US first and now Germany on the disqualification.
The US spokesperson explained almost the same lines yesterday, 2 days back. Now a German spokesperson has come like this. All over the world, the credibility and the acceptance of Indian Prime Minister is getting devalued. They should introspect themselves why it happens. Propaganda champions may call them Vishwaguru, but the world does not believe that claim. This is clear.